Hello everybody, thanks for joining me here today. We're just going to look at how to make that typical Darkpsy noise, sort of FM lead type thing, but with a little bit of a twist. It sounds like this. So the first thing you're going to need is an instance of Serum. Here we go. Now our track is in F, but the note we use does not matter, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm just going to copy over a nice long G, just happens to be G2, doesn't matter which note you use. So what you're going to need to do, tweak your LFO so it looks sort of something like this. Check it on your coarse pitch and just ram that up full, or you can tweak it to how you like it, and you get this sort of old school siren type sound, which is cool in its own right. But if we take the frequency of F, 43.65, that'll do, and type that into our LFO rate, we now get something like FM going on. Now, just to show you that they are all playing F. So no matter what note you hit, it'll play F. So what I like to do, set up the pitch bend to extremes. So now we can press one note. Pretty cool. We're just going to get an arpeggiator and set it to 16ths. And we're going to record ourselves playing with the pitch bend and the gate at the same time. That'll do. Okay, so now that we've got the gate and the pitch bend in, we can start looking at effects. One of my personal favourite effects is a formant filter. Quite a bit of resonance. We're going to set the cutoff to random note on random 1, formant to note on random 2. So now when it plays, every time a note is triggered, the cutoff and the formant will be randomized, and it sounds like this. So I'll set up a macro for that. And then we're going to use an EQ just to drop out any unwanted low frequency stuff. And we're going to use a phaser. Set that up with a macro. Followed by compression. I'll set this to about -16. And then we're going to go with some distortion. I personally really like this asymmetrical distortion. If you prefer that sort of bit crushed effect, then down sample will work. But I like the asymmetrical because it's quite gritty. Okay, and then we're going to use a little bit of hyper and dimension. So set a macro for this. Call this dimension. And perhaps, I don't know, when the phaser comes in, let's have some dimension effect coming in. I suppose that's hyper. Okay, so now, if we press play, we can record ourselves screwing with these macros. And finally, what we can do is we can change the timbre of the sound. So, for example, if we take basic shapes and just remove everything but the sine and the saw, and create a morph table. Now, we can set up a macro so that we can change the timbre from sine to saw. So the sine will sound a lot more softer and bubblier, whereas the saw will sound grittier and harder. There we have it. Enjoy.